All right, welcome to the HY3Cast. I'm your host Hydra. This is the first ever episode on the channel. And I'm excited. I did a poll on the main channel. You guys, 80% of you said you wanted to see this, so here we go. We are doing this. So we cover basketball, football, and baseball, both professionally and at the college level, along with some NHL and some other sports in here as well. Today we're going to start off with the NBA. NBA Finals game, Oklahoma City versus Indiana. NBA Finals, great finals. You hear all the casuals saying that nobody wants to watch this finals because it's two small market teams. Well, the Thunder have potentially one of the best defenses of all time, statistically anyway. And the Pacers have a very, very high-powered offense. I mean, this is just, you talk about black versus white right here. I mean, this is just an outstanding matchup. And three keys I have for this game, this series, is turnovers, transition, and three-point shooting, specifically from corner threes. Now, if you start off with turnovers, Oklahoma City, they force so many freaking turnovers. That's absolutely ridiculous. They want to mess up the game. They want to get their steals, get out in transition, get transition buckets. But the problem with that is Indiana does not turn over the ball very often. They do not turn over that ball, which is crazy. Like, for example, the Pacers, they only turn the ball over. Yeah, so they turn it over 13 times a game as a team, which is third in the NBA. So they are a really good team not turning the ball over. Indiana is third in turnovers in the NBA, and Oklahoma City is first. So both these teams are very good at controlling the turnover battle. So that's a very interesting thing to look at right there. Getting out in transition, the Pacers love to get out in transition. They love to push the ball. They love to swing it. They love to get rebounds, just even off made baskets. You've seen Pascal sometimes just throw it down the court. They love to get out in transition. Oklahoma City, if they want to win this series, they need to limit the Pacers' transition. They need to limit what they can get in transition. And they need to try to set up their half-court defense, which is almost unscorable on with the likes of Alex Caruso, Cason Wallace, Lou Dort, J-Dub, all those guys. Some of the best defensive guards ever, all on some of the best collection of one team. It's insane. Three-point shooting. Indiana, a much better three-point shooting team than Oklahoma City. There's no secret there. Especially from corner threes. The Pacers have, I saw a stat somewhere. The Pacers have knocked down so many threes from the corner. Like, it's above 50%. I think Miles Turner is like 60% or something from three. And, like, for example, like the Indiana Pacers, just in total three-point percentage, they're ninth in the NBA. But I mean, in the playoffs, that just completely went up. Let's look at here in the playoffs. Yeah, first in field goal percentage. So absolutely, just first in 3-point percentage too. Wow, 40% from three in the playoffs. I mean, that is ridiculous. That is outstanding shooting. And the Thunder are shooting 37%. 33% from three. 33% from three in the playoffs. That's good for 13th in the playoffs. So, not a good three-point shooting team. The Thunder need to get out their three-point shooters. The Thunder like giving up three-pointers, especially in the corner. That's not going to fly against the Pacers. Like you've seen many times in the Western Conference Finals. If you watch that, where Dante had wide open threes, McDaniels had wide open threes in the corner. Naz Reid some, and they're willing to give those up to those guys. Nickeil Alexander-Walker as well. They're willing to give those up, but when you have Aaron Nesmith and Tyrese Halliburton and Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam and those guys out there, they will knock those down, no questions asked. Especially with how they're playing this playoffs. So the Thunder do not need to. They have to change up their defense, and then they might. I've been seeing a lot going around. I think they might bring Isaiah Hartenstein off the bench and bring in either Alex Caruso or Cason Wallace back into the starting lineup. Those guys have been playing really good. and they're kind of going to put Chet at the 5 and just kind of let them kind of go for a 4 or 5 out system, because that's what the Pacers are going to be doing too. They play 5 out as well with Miles Turner at the 5. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. Playing at home, I think Oklahoma City probably takes game 1. There's going to be some nerves there for both teams, but maybe more nerves for Oklahoma City, a little bit younger team. There's going to be some nerves game 1 the first quarter. You see maybe an air ball or two. But game 1, I think Oklahoma City gets it done. Game 2 as well. Pacers might take 3 and 4. And then from there, we'll have to see. But it's going to be a great series. If the Pacers keep playing like they've been, it's going to be a great series. If not, Oklahoma City will dominate them if they play how they did in the regular season. Because you had SGA dropping 39 points on them in the regular season. So they do not want to... They do not want to repeat their performances. Like Shea's averaging 39 a game versus the Pacers. J-Dub 19, Dort 17 a game. Wow. If Dort scores 17 points a game in the series, it's over. That's crazy. Pacers 19.5 for Nembhard, 18 for Mathurin, 16 Siakam, 11 Miles Turner, 11 Tyrese Halliburton. Watch out for Nembhard tonight and Mathurin. Could be some good guys there to watch out for. But anyway, that's enough talk about Oklahoma City versus Indiana. Time to move on to what's next for other teams. Some news around the league. New York Knicks have fired Tom Thibodeau after back-to-back 50-win seasons. So, kind of an interesting decision there, but if you look deeper into it, Tibbs is never going to really get them to the finals. I mean, he did get out-coached by Rick Carlisle there, by the Pacers. But honestly, great work he's done by them. They should have stuck. If they stuck with him, I think they should have gave him 1 more year. Maybe there's more time to tell on that to see if that's a good move for the Knicks. And for Minnesota, Naz Reid looking like he's going to be in a different jersey next year, so that's an interesting thing to watch out for. Julius Randle, I think he has a player option, so we'll see about that. But Anthony Edwards, obviously the future of the Timberwolves. Can he get them to the finals, over that hump? Only the future will tell. Some potential trades around the league, some trade talk. I'm going to try to keep up with this. You guys, it's kind of hard to keep up with trade talk, but I've seen Kevin Durant. He's been a lot of trade rumors. I've seen to the Spurs. Yes, there's some smoke around there, I think. Maybe I heard a little bit, maybe the Timberwolves or maybe eyeing Kevin Durant. The Thunder, but I doubt that. Seriously doubt they're going to try Kevin Durant again after what he did to him back in the day. The Thunder need to just stick with the people they have right now. Bradley Beal, apparently the Suns do not want him next year, so that's interesting look there. We'll see what happens with that, but it's still early. When it hits the offseason in the NBA, I'll be able to cover more trade talk, so that's going to get interesting there. I might be a little bit late on it than other people, but if you want to hear my thoughts on it, they're always going to be here. But the big free agent this year is, or this not free agent, but just the big guy everybody's trying to get is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Everybody wants him. He wants out of Milwaukee. It's pretty much confirmed. Where will Giannis land though? I've heard the Raptors. I heard the Spurs too, but I mean everybody's saying the Spurs because Wemby. But yeah, Giannis is on the move for sure, and most likely he's staying at the Eastern Conference. I've heard the Nets a little bit too, maybe, but we'll have to see about that. Apparently, there is mutual interest with the Raptors, between Giannis and the Raptors, so that's interesting. That's very interesting there. And a little bit of NBA draft talk to round it up here. Surely the Mavericks will pick Cooper Flag, right? Surely. But on the weird cases they don't. Nico, he traded Luka. On the weird case, they did something else crazy. Tries to get Giannis or something. Or KD, but honestly, they had to pick Cooper Flag. People are saying he's a bust. I'm not too sure about that. But they pretty much have to pick Cooper Flag. They got no other choice. They'll look so dumb if they didn't. Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey most likely going to the Spurs and the 76ers. That's where it gets interesting. Because the Spurs or 76ers, they got picks 2 and 3. They could trade their picks to try to get Giannis or Kevin Durant or somebody likes of that. So that's interesting to watch right there. And it kind of brings us to the next point. Will anyone trade their picks for Giannis and KD? I'm going to say no right now, but it could very likely happen. It could very likely happen. This draft night is going to be, you're going to be one. If you're an NBA fan, you got to pay attention to draft night. Could be one of the craziest draft trades in the past 10, 12 years. So it's something to watch out for, and this offseason is going to be wild. So make sure you guys stay tuned with the High 3 podcast / coverage, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called yet, but High 3 Cast for now. And for more NBA coverage. So moving on. Moving on to the NHL, the National Hockey League. Edmonton got a big win last night against Florida, 4-3 in overtime. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know much about hockey. I don't watch the NHL. But I will cover this for you guys. I know you guys, this is a Stanley Cup. And also, I know you guys like hockey, so I'll do my best. If you want to feature and talk about hockey in the next episode, by all means, comment down below or message me on Discord, and I'll try to get you worked in here. I was looking at my phone, like on the Real app. You guys should get that. I don't know why you haven't already, but if you don't have the Real app, I don't know what you're doing if you're a sports fan. Leon Draisaitl, probably butchered his name, got a good goal there. Literally a minute into the game, I was like, wow, that was crazy. That was crazy. Very entertaining game, I'm assuming. I didn't watch it, but anyway. So it's kind of 1-0 for Edmonton there for a little while. And then Florida got a goal, 10:49 to the game. Sam Bennett, they challenged it unsuccessfully. And then almost 2 minutes later, Brad Marchand for the Panthers got another goal, making it 2-1. Edmonton answered pretty quickly. Sam Bennett got another one. He had a heck of a game. He got another one, made it 3-1 Florida. So looking good for Edmonton right now. And then Victor comes in here and gets a goal almost 2 minutes later. And then a little bit into the match, down to the third period, 3-2. It seemed like Florida might win this one. Edmonton gets one, 6:33 minutes into the third period. And then from there it goes to OT. I guess it's 20 minutes. The overtime is too. Or sudden death, one of the two. I'm not sure what it is, but it was 19 and 29 seconds into the match. So what a heck of a first game there in the Stanley Cup. Edmonton pulls it off. Game 2, I'm assuming, is at Edmonton. Yeah. It's like the NBA, yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a great series. It's looking like so far. Overtime game in the first. So anyway, yeah, this Edmonton, they kind of made a run here in the playoffs. It looks like from the standings anyway. We'll see if they can pull it off. Yeah, Florida got it done last year in Game 7, 2-1 against the Oilers. So this is the rematch. Last year the Panthers won game 1 3-0. So this is a good start here for the Oilers. Panthers went up 3-0 last year, and they almost came back. They almost did pull the 3-0 comeback. That's crazy. But anyways, guys, if you want to hear more NHL content, just let me know down below. And if you want to feature, if you're a hockey stud, you know a lot about it, just let me know, and I'll get you on here. Covering the MLB today will be Connect. Thank you for the feature. Take it away.
Starting off with the American League, your American League leaders going to be your Yankees, your Tigers, and your Twins. Interestingly enough, I don't really trust the Twins. Definitely not the Guardians. If you really want to see how good your teams are, go to the standings, hit that point differential. You'll see it pops up with the green teams on the top, the red teams on the bottom. So, and then you'll just look, whichever is the higher point differential, that's how you know your teams are the best. So as far as point differential goes, your number one team right now is the Cubs. I trust the Cubs right now to go a long way, especially the postseason. But obviously your mainstays like the Dodgers and the Yankees. I don't know about the Tigers. I want to trust them, but they've had some ups and downs this season. But they're looking good. They got the best record in the league right now. Go to your overall. You got your Tigers in first. They did just tie a 2-2 series against the White Sox today, so not too sure on them. But just keep an eye on them. Rockies are having a horrible season, 12-50. Don't expect them to do much. However, the White Sox, you'll see from their minus 57 point differential, might be something there a little bit more for them in the future. I would suspect at the end of the season for your worst two teams to be the Rockies and the Athletics. But Athletics getting a new stadium in a couple of years, moving to Las Vegas, so should be an interesting move for them. As far as the top 10 teams, I would say one I don't trust is definitely the Guardians. Yeah, they're 10th. I don't trust them. They got a minus 13 point differential. Yeah, I'd suspect the Cardinals are good. A little biased there. Yeah, I don't expect the Padres to move up much. Yeah, but I would say your teams to watch this year are going to be your Yankees, the Cubs, and the Tigers.
Thank you for the Insight Connect. Moving on. It's time for some baseball, college baseball. And we are into the Super Regionals. And there has been some crazy upsets. UTSA over Texas. That one was crazy. Little Rock almost getting it done versus LSU. What else? Murray State over Ole Miss. That was wild. Miami making it to the Super Regional. Duke as well. West Virginia. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be interesting for sure. I thought Wake Forest was going to make it there for a second. Some teams are heating up. I mean, obviously, Murray State, 42-14, but I mean, they're UTSA. Those teams are going off. It is absolutely wild. Look at these super regional matchups. Some Omaha locks. I would say LSU. I'm not sure West Virginia can get it done against LSU in Baton Rouge in the super regional. They're not playing very good baseball, but I think Little Rock was just really hot. And I think LSU is going to play a little bit better there. So I think LSU is going to make it to Omaha. I'd say Oregon State, most likely going to get it done there. It's Florida State. Arkansas could struggle a little bit with Tennessee. They have in the past. Tennessee seems to struggle. They are the defending champs as well, but I mean, usually the defending champs don't make it too far. So I like Arkansas there. North Carolina and Arizona, that's an interesting one. One to watch out for. North Carolina's playing some pretty good baseball right now. Louisville and Miami, one of those two teams that make it to Omaha. That's crazy. Same thing with Murray State and Duke. We're going to see Louisville or Miami and Murray State or Duke in the World Series. Can you believe that? That is crazy. And maybe potentially UTSA or UCLA, one of those two, but potentially both of them. Not both of them, but you know what I mean. They never make it. None of those teams do. Coastal Carolina and Auburn. I like Auburn there, but Coastal Carolina has played a lot of games. Wow, 62 games. I just don't know if Coastal Carolina has depth Auburn does. But, crazier things have happened. If you know a lot about college baseball and want to pitch in, by all means, I'll let you in. Guys. I'm all for features here. If you want to feature in the podcast, just let me know down below. I don't know why. It's not really a podcast, but you know what I'm saying. In the last little bit of the show, we'll be covering the sports throughout a season. So, start off with everybody's favorite sport. We got college football. Yes, sir. Hydra was founded on. And is in the middle of summer right now. So, there's not much college football to talk about. But we can shed some light on it a little bit. ESPN just dropped their newest FPI recently, and it is interesting. I mean, we have so many SEC teams. We have Miami at 9, Notre Dame at 7, Texas A&M at 8. It seems like they're always in the top 10, and they always just falter, especially Texas A&M. No hate, Aggie fans, just the truth. We got your usual suspects: Texas, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State. LSU up there, South Carolina, Auburn at 14. Wow, that is impressive there. Auburn poised to have a good year. They're projected to go 7-5, but I mean, they got them at 14. Oklahoma at 16, projected to go 7-5 as well. Michigan up there, Florida at 18. Not too sure about that. USC at 19. That's interesting. SMU, Kansas State, Arkansas at 22. I love Arkansas, but I don't know about that. Arizona State all the way down to 24, Wow. Nebraska and Virginia Tech. I think Virginia Tech's finally going to make that jump this year. They've been talking about it for years and years, but they're finally going to make that jump. Teams just outside the top 25. Yeah, Virginia Tech, Washington, Georgia Tech, BYU, Kansas. They got Jalen Daniels back for his last year. A lot of transfers coming in for the Jayhawks. They got 11% chance to win the Big 12. Can they finally put the pieces together? Some of your obvious best group of 5 teams this year, you got Tulane, Boise State, UNLV. Those guys. One of those 3 probably going to make the playoff. I need to read up on the new playoff format. I think it's just the best 12 teams, right? So I guess there's no automatic qualifier for the group of 5 anymore. That's an interesting thing to note there. What are some teams that are overrated? Definitely Texas A&M, definitely Auburn, Oklahoma, USC, I'd say. And also last thing, comment below your favorite fight song. We're going to have a discussion next episode about fight songs. So comment down you guys' favorite fight song down below, and we'll add it to the mix. Talk about next episode. So moving on, shifting gears to college basketball. And then we'll finish up with the NFL. College basketball, Florida Gators win it all. I picked them to win it, so no gloating here. But and they've lost Walter Clayton. They're losing Elijah Martin, so they're losing some players. But they're getting Thomas Howell back. I think Condon, right? And then they're also getting from the portal Boogie Fland, he was all right at Arkansas. He's battling some injuries, so that's kind of holding him back some. But I think he's going to be Florida's poised to be good getting in next year. I think people are going to be kind of underrating him a little bit. But anyway, the teams that are looking good for next year, Purdue's always going to be up there, man. Matt Painter's he's definitely made his reputation better from that losing to the your Little Rocks and your North Texases and your Fairleigh Dickinsons. He's had some fair shares of losses, but he has made the championship. Now he needs to get it done. It's looking like Purdue's best chance to get it done right here. Houston, of course, always going to be good. Texas Tech, they are loaded with transfer talent. JT Topic coming back, they're going to be good. Florida, of course. UConn, UConn's always a bet if Dan Hurley's still the coach. St. John's, same thing with Rick Pitino. BYU is going to be really good. AJ DeBansa coming in. BYU could be scary. Of course, I'm going to say Arkansas Razorbacks. It just depends on if they stay healthy. DJ Wagner, Trayvon Brazile, Acuff and Malik Thomas coming in. It's always looking good for Arkansas on paper, but we'll see. Calipari getting us going here. Duke's always a good bet. Same thing with Kentucky. I've heard a lot of rumors about UCLA. UCLA could be getting going. They made it to the Final Four with Johnny Juzang and those guys, and Jaime Jaquez and Jalen Clark and those guys, but now they're down to it. They kind of fell down. Now they got back to a 17th last year. Got first rounded. They beat Utah State and then lost to Tennessee. But can UCLA make another good push? It's looking likely. And Michigan, always a good bet with that coach from Florida Atlantic, Dusty May. He's good, dude. So yeah, Kansas. I don't know how they're going to be next year in basketball, but it's kind of a quick little college basketball coverage there. Finally, moving on to the NFL, the National Football League, or the No Fun League, as people like to call it. I don't know quite as much about the NFL as college football and basketball, but I'm sorry, I know a decent amount. So happy that the Eagles won it, the Super Bowl last year. Let's freaking go, man. Been a fan since before the first Super Bowl with Carson Wentz and those guys, Nick Foles. And we won it again. So we have the Chiefs. Chiefs won it back-to-back in Super Bowl 52 and 53. They tried a three-peat, and they got cooked by the Eagles. Got their revenge. They're looking good. Saquon Barkley on the Madden cover. It's an interesting thing to note there. People say the Madden curse, the cover curse, all that stuff. But yeah, looking at some teams here. Can Cam Ward fix the Titans? It's not going to be easy. Buffalo Bills going to be good. They're always up there. The Ravens. Can Lamar Jackson finally get a Super Bowl? I don't know. So it's going to be something to watch there. I think the Texans will be back. CJ Stroud. Of course, the Chiefs will be good. The Commanders could be a team to watch. If Jaden Daniels plays good like he's been doing. Lions, the Vikings, those are all teams to watch, of course. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to be good this year. If y'all want to do a fantasy league like we did a couple of years ago, I'd be down. Just let me know down below. And yeah, this is going to be the end of the first ever episode on the HY3Cast. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to be getting better, of course, as these episodes go along, because this will be the worst episode ever, probably. Like, I don't know. Hope you guys aren't too bored. I don't know if I'm going to include more highlights or more just, I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to, I haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet, and if you want to be featured, just let me know down below, of course. Thank you to our sponsors. I'm just kidding, we don't have sponsors. Maybe one day we will. But as for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Leave a like and comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. You know how it goes. And I don't know when the next episode will be. But if you guys enjoyed, let me know down below. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.